Hey everybody, as I mentioned, we are going to create a series of little videos that we hope you'll find helpful, either to improve your technical skills or really just have a better understanding of the mental part of the game and other intangible factors that can go into help making you a better player. So today, right off the bat, the first thing I want to dive into, something super near and dear to my heart as a competitive head coach, is the topic of coachability and what it means to be a coachable player. You've heard the term probably, but do you really understand what it means? It's something that players and parents alike can really benefit from understanding and knowing what we as coaches are talking about when we refer to it. So being coachable really comes down to kind of three key things. Number one, right off the bat, is your ability to listen. Number two is your ability to understand what you've heard. So you've been a good listener. Now do you understand it? And it's okay to not understand it right off the bat, and I'll get into that in a second. And then third is your ability to execute. So you've heard it, now you've understood it. Now can you go out there and show that, yeah, you're not only willing, but you're able to going out there and instituting whatever change that you were just coached on, versus deciding that no, I've heard it, I've understood it, but I still think it's better if I just if I do something my own way and do it the way that I've always done. All right, so point number one, I mentioned about being a good listener. You want to develop elite listening skills, and one of the easiest ways to do that comes with always thinking about your body language and what you're doing. If you're a good listener, chances are your ears are wide open, your mouth is closed, and your eyes are up, actively listening to whoever is coaching you at that moment. So, in a practice setting, coach blows the whistle. How fast can you get in there on one knee with a positive body language, your eyes up, and your ears wide open, and not distracting anybody, not being distracted or allowing yourself to be distracted by what's going on in the stands, or what your fellow teammate might be doing. If you're given a quick water break in between a drill and coach is calling you back in, get a quick water break. Go over there, have a real quick drink, and then let's rip back to that huddle where the coach is, drop to one knee, eyes up, ears open. And me as a competitive coach, if I see a group of players in front of me that I've got 17 athletes that are down on one knee and their eyes are up, I know absolutely I've got a focused, great group that's ready to go and move on with the key teaching point that's about to come out in the next part of our practice. Next thing is your ability to understand. So when a coach talks about something in a practice setting, now you're in a team setting. It is absolutely okay to ask a clarifying question. I would avoid asking 3 or 4 clarifying questions when you're in a team setting. If you're getting that deep in, chances are that it might be something that for whatever reason you're having a tough time grasping. But the rest of the group does need to move forward. So consider banking those questions. Don't forget about it. If you still have those questions after a drill or after a practice, absolutely go to your coach. We love it when you ask questions. Tells us you're engaged and you really do want to understand. So bring those questions forward at another time. Next thing is, especially in a game. So if you have a coach come to you in a game and they're asking you about a certain situation and they want to hopefully guide a conversation with you where you're going to come up with your own idea about what you can do better the next time, what you could do differently. When they come to you like that, right away, do not get your back up. Don't take it personally. All of us are there to help you, and we want the same thing you do, which is for you to develop into a better player. We want the team to have more success. So when they come to you, it's for a reason. Some coaches will come to you in the middle of a game. Their styles dictate they're going to talk to you after a game or at the next practice, depending on the magnitude of the issue and the style of the coach. Both are perfectly acceptable, but when they do come to you and they want to talk to you about it, again, don't take it personally. If you don't understand, again, ask questions right on the spot. No problem in a one-on-one coaching situation. Ask as many questions as you have until you're sure you do understand, because the coach's expectation coming out of that teachable moment or coachable moment is going to be that you're going to be able to go and implement whatever it is that you said you were going to do and that they've coached you to do the next time you're out on the ice, the next time the situation presents itself. Finally, you need to have the ability to execute it. So if you've really worked on those listening skills. You've really sought to understand, and you now know that you understand, as point number 2, what you are being coached. Then show that you have the willingness. You've probably all got the ability to go and implement a change or what you've been coached on, but show that you have the willingness to take that feedback and implement it. So take it, do it, and when a coach sees that you're able to do all 3 of those things, you've listened, you understand, you ask questions, you're engaged, and then you go out there and you actually implement that coaching. It's hugely gratifying for a coach. It should be for you as well as a player. And I guarantee you, if you can do those 3 things consistently, by the time you get to the end of the season, you will be described as a coachable player. So, work on those skills, whether it's, you're going off to your soccer team, your lacrosse team, your baseball team, whatever your off-season activity might be, or the next time you step on the ice at one of our camps or in a tryout setting, right away, think to yourself, how am I going to be the most coachable player I can be? Huge asset if you can be a very coachable player, and you're going to have a lot of coaches that are going to want you as part of their team. And more than that, you're going to get better. The most coachable players absolutely improve the fastest. So do what you can to work on those skills, and you will be a better player. All right, take care. We'll hope to see you soon.